Alrighty, yes, it's actually been shockingly a week since we've done our last sports betting podcast, but remember, we listen to you. If you do want more of this free information on a daily basis, we'll do it. Just please give us a like. Feel free to comment, and certainly pass it along. If you've got a sports gambling website, you're more than welcome and encouraged to embed it on your website. Of course, you can put your own ads if you get a sports book sponsor. We understand, you want to make some money too, but this will get you some good traffic. But anyway, we'll listen to you, and we do appreciate those of you who give us likes, or if you're watching us on Periscope, the simulcast on Periscope, give us a heart. Joe Duffy's picks Thursday night football total, 2 nighttime college basketball. As you can see, a ton of stuff for the weekend. Unless you're listening to the podcast, maybe you can't see it then, but it's all at offshoreinsiders.com. All right, your Thursday night football game. New Orleans at Dallas. New Orleans is a 7-point favorite, but you better shop around. They're as high as laying 120, yet you can get them even lower than that at other sports books, and I do see even some places minus 7.5 and even money. So definitely shop around, offshoreinsiders.com, with all the thoroughly vetted sports books. Likewise, the total ranges from 51.5 to 52. Currently, 69% of the bets and 60% of the money is on the Saints. The public not only likes betting favorites, but they especially love betting those road favorites. So that's a little bit below the median, but the Cowboys are actually a fairly decent team, of course, and playing well, especially since adding Amari Cooper. So the more accurate thing is the public likes betting on really good teams. The one time that they will tend to like an underdog is when a quality team is an underdog, and you do have a quality team as a big home underdog here. As far as the total is concerned, 79% of the bets, which is right about the normal, is on the over. 71% of the money, which is maybe slightly below normal, on the over. As far as against the spread trends on that game, all records against the spread, unless we talk about the over-under trends, New Orleans has covered 9 straight. They are 21-6 following a spread win, 23-7 following all wins, and 41-17 against teams with a winning record. However, the Cowboys are 5-0 after allowing more than 250 yards passing in the previous game, 15-7 following a spread win. But they're only 5-11 against teams with a winning record, 3-8 on Thursday night football, 2-7 at home against teams with a winning road record. The series, the underdog has covered 9 of 11. The home team has covered 4 of 5, but the Saints usually were really the underdog, as they've covered 8 out of 11 in the series, and that's obviously not the case tonight as far as being an underdog. New Orleans has gone under 6-0-1 on Thursday nights, but they've gone over 12-5 after allowing more than 250 yards passing in the previous game. Dallas has gone over 5 straight after accumulating more than 350 total yards in their last game, but under 14-6 overall. The sharp report for tonight's the other sports. In the NBA, we don't have an overwhelming consensus as far as number of bets, but when it comes to the amount of money, Sacramento Kings, 86% of the money is on them. And despite a short card tonight, we do have a sharp versus square, a pros versus Joes on Toronto, where measuring the sharp money against the overall money metrics goes with Toronto. Same with the totals. The only real consensus would be, again, on the money. 77% of the money is on Indiana Pacers to go over the total. Let's check college basketball, and there were a couple early starts today, but nothing really when it comes to the spread. There's no overwhelming consensus to report when it comes to the total. In fact, looking over the totals, frankly, nothing that's worth mentioning as far as overwhelming. We haven't done this one in a while. The update, the best teams to bet on this year, spread-wise, using the so-called sweat barometer or margin of cover. Milwaukee is covered this year by an average of 5.2 points per game. Their ATS record is 11-9. And when you want to see which teams the odds makers are ahead of or behind, most people will tell you the spread margin or sweat barometer is more accurate than the spread record, but we'll give both. So Milwaukee number 1 based on that criterion, but a couple teams with better spread records than them. Dallas 13-6, covering by an average of 4.3 points per game. Clippers are 13-7, covering by an average of 4.2. The best teams to bet against, similar thing here. Utah is a, moderately respectable 10-12 against the spread, but they're failing to cover by an average of 6.4 points per game. Meanwhile, Washington at 8-13 at minus 6.2. Houston 7-13 minus 5.8. And again, give us a like if you want us to do this information each and every single day, or again, if you're watching on Periscope, give us a heart. Some against the spread trends for the NBA today. The Clippers are 12-2 as a road favorite. Lakers have gone under 13-3. The Kings, though, have gone over 6 straight, and they've gone over 6 straight as a now. While they've been an underdog in every single game, that's a 100% overlapping angle. Oh, yeah, and there's definitely another place where you can make sure I do the right one. Is, I do my own live stuff. You might have inadvertently shown me on the camera, but I wound up putting on my shirt just in case. Yeah, I work from home. Sometimes I dress a little too casually, and I once put myself on camera when I hadn't showered, and I think I was wearing, like my wife beater undershirt. So I protected myself against doing that again. But another great way, in fact, a more effective way to show your support, mybookie.ag makes this possible, this podcast possible. And they're giving you a 100% sign-up bonus if you use the promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y. Look, if you just want to make a deposit, see how they are, you're a little bit nervous, you've never bet online before, yeah, deposit $100, you can bet with $200 tonight. Bet $1,000, deposit $1,000, $2,000 you can bet with tonight. Most importantly, we're getting reports, and yeah, all right, I'll be the first to admit, the last week or two, it hasn't been spectacular on Joe Duffy's picks in the micro sense. In the macro sense, it's been spectacular, and even better like the last 16 months. We got a lot of people. A lot of our clients have said their local guys have cut them off. We know, William Hill likes to cut them off in Vegas and now New Jersey. But mybookie.ag, they're not one that they don't cut off people because you win too much. They pay you on time, easy deposit, easy withdraw, like a good woman. MyBookie.ag. Use the promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y, for the maximum benefit.